This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The New York Yankees faced the Cleveland Indians at Cleveland Stadium for a Sunday afternoon game on May 25th, 1958. The Yankees were off to a brisk start in 1958, entering this game with a 24-6 record. They were managed by Casey Stengel and had been to the World Series in the previous 3 seasons, having lost to the Braves in 1957. The Indians went to the World Series in 1954 under the momentum of their historic 111-win season, but manager Al Lopez left Cleveland 2 years later to lead the White Sox. The Indians then fell below 500 in 1957 for the first time in 11 years. They then decided to give the managerial reins to Bobby Bragin for the 1958 season. Bragin was recruited away from Pittsburgh, where he managed under Branch Rickey, his long-term protege dating back to his playing days in Brooklyn. This audio recording is from the New York radio broadcast featuring announcers Phil Rizzuto and Mel Allen.
We're just about set for the action. As Phil told you, there are a lot of names that require a little identification and talking about, and Phil will bring them to you as they come to bat. In the Indians' half of the first inning and on through the ball game. Remember, for best performance under the hood or on the highway at your stands with the car's Power Mate 458 Atlantic Imperial gasoline. Know something else? It's today's best super octane buy. So see your Atlantic dealer for Atlantic Imperial gasoline. For Cleveland, Ray Narleski out there on the hill. And leading off for the New York Yankees, Harry Simpson coming out of the Yankee dugout. Yogi Berra moving into the on-deck circle. And shortstop Tony Kubek will bat third. Stadium. Ray Narleski has won 5 and lost 3. Through the years, he's been one of the mainstays of the Cleveland Indians relief corps. But he has had to be pressed into service as a starter when such pitchers as Bob Lemon came up with a bad arm. Herb Score was injured, and Bob Lemon was put on the disabled list. Lemon was just put back on the active list yesterday. Bob has been working out, and he's ready to go. And now, as we get ready to go here in the top of the first inning, Harry Simpson stepping up, leading off for the New York Yankees. Simpson batting an even 200. Been up just 15 times with 3 base hits, 1 triple, 1 run batted in. Harry's right wrist just starting to get strong again. He had it broken in spring training. Ray Narleski checks the sign from Dick Brown. Here's the windup, and the first pitch is strike 1 over the outside corner, and the ball game's underway. And it looks like we're going to have a real good crowd here today. Coaching at third, Frank Crissetti. Down at first base, Ralph Houck. Narleski ready. The pitch to Simpson is a curved low, ball 1-1-1. Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. One of the biggest fields in the big leagues. Of course, you can't say the biggest anymore because Los Angeles Coliseum is bigger. There's a foul back out of play, strike 2, high in the upper deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Harry Simpson. Is so tremendous they had to put a temporary fence running from left field all the way over to right field to make it possible to hit a few more home runs. We'll give you the dimensions in just a moment. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Harry Simpson. Narleski checking the sign from Dick Brown. Here's the windup. And the slow curve is hit over the mound. Shortstop Billy Harrell coming in up with it. Fires to first, and it's 1 away. Harry Simpson bounces out short to first. And the batter will be Yogi Berra. And the fans greet Yogi with mixed emotions. Yogi has always had real good days here at Cleveland. He's really worn out this Cleveland pitching staff when it was at its best, too. Yogi's batting .218, just starting to shake the slump he's been in most of the year. He has 4 doubles, 4 homers, 13 runs batted in. First pitch is strike 1 on the inside corner. Down the left field and right field lines, it's 320 feet. And in left center and right center, it's 365. In dead center, 410. The pitch to Yogi is outside, ball 1-1-1.
There have been some tremendous home runs hit in this park. I remember one Johnny Lindell hit deep into the bleachers, which is 465 feet away in left center field, and one Luke Easter hit here in the upper deck in right center field. Must have gone about 500 feet. The 1-1 pitch to Yogi is outside and low, ball 2-1. On deck, Tony Kubek. This has always been one of the best kept up fields in the big leagues. Their ground crew is terrific, just like they are at Yankee Stadium. Keep the field immaculate, the infield free of as many pebbles as they can. Infielders love to play here at Municipal Stadium. Very few bad hops. Here's the 2-1 pitch, a ground foul wide of first. And almost all the ballparks now have installed these ball boys sitting down the right field and left field line, and it speeds up the game as they can chase the foul balls hit and keep the outfielders in their position. For Cleveland, they have Minoso in left, Maris in center, Colavito in right. Carrasquille at third, Harrell at short, Avila at second, Ward at first, Brown catching. Now let's keep pitching. The foul is just over our heads. And the count holds at 2-2. You're going to get some today. Be ready. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Yogi Berra. 1 man out here in the top of the first, no score in the ball game. Narleski, tall right-hander ready. The pitch to Yogi is another foul just to our left and out of play. Ray Narleski is 6 feet 1 inches tall, 175 pounds. Born in Camden, New Jersey, now lives in Palmer Heights, Ohio. Last year he won 11 and lost 5. Had a 2.94 earned run average. And has always been one of the Indians' most effective pitchers. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Shortstop Billy Harrell up with it. Fires to first. Not in time. Yogi falls as he crosses first base. Yogi fell heavily to the ground, but he gets up now. Ralph Houck gets him up. Yogi, with that long last lunge at first base, tripped over the bag. And Billy Harrell, at shortstop, took a little bit too much time getting rid of that ball. He had it in plenty of time. And took a couple of extra steps, and that's what enabled Yogi to beat it out for an infield single. Here's the first hit of the ball game, and it brings up Tony Kubek. Tony batting .323, 4 doubles, 6 runs batted in. Preston Ward holding first base against Berra. The first pitch is inside, ball 1. On deck, Mickey Mantle. Yankee dugout on the third base side, Cleveland over on the first base side. The stretch by Narleski. The pitch is a high fly to straightaway center field. Roger Maris with the glasses down, under it, and takes it for out number 2. 2 away, and here comes Mickey Mantle. Batting .306. 8 doubles, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in. Mantle has still not hit his stride. Last year, Narleski won twice over the Yankees and didn't lose at all. He has a 4-1 lifetime record against the Yankees and is one of the few American League pitchers with a winning mark against the Bronx Bombers. The first pitch to Mantle. Strike 1, swing and a miss. Leading off first base. Preston Ward playing in back of Yogi now with 2 away. Top of the first, no score in the ball game. The pitch to Mantle is another swing and a miss. Strike 2. Narleski put a little extra on that fastball and it was up around Mickey's letters. On deck, Gil McDougall. Nothing in 2 to count on Mantle. low, ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ray Narleski cleaning off the mound a little bit, habit that most pitchers have, kicking the dirt around from one spot to another. Just a little nervous habit. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mantle, 2 away. Here's the stretch. The pitch is the ground ball at second base. Ward cuts in front, takes it, throws to Narleski covering. He's safe at first. He's safe at first. Preston Ward cut in front of Bobby Avila. Took the ball backhand and had it tossed to Narleski covering, and Mickey Mantle beat the play. It's a base hit for Mickey. Another infield single for Mickey Mantle. Sends Yogi Berra down to second base. And with 2 away, the batter Gil McDougal. McDougal batting .369. 6 doubles, 5 homers, and 17 runs batted in. A tough play as Ward had a cut to his right, backhanded the ball, and had to throw back across his body to Narleski, who grabbed it with one hand and reached for the bag, but Mickey was across first. Berra at second, Mantle at first, 2 away. The stretch, the pitch to McDougal is a curve, a low, ball 1. On deck, Jerry Lumpy. Stretch. The pitch is fouled at the plate, strike 1, 1-1. And here at Municipal Stadium, the photographers also are allowed to be on the field, like they are in Detroit. And they're right close to the plate, and it's a very dangerous spot. Any foul ball that's hit sharply off the bat, they'd never have a chance of getting out of the way. We've seen a lot of cameras ruined out here. The pitch to McDougal is high, ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 men out. We're in the top of the first inning of this first game of a doubleheader. No score in the ball game. Narleski stretches. The pitch to McDougal is high, ball 3, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. And this has been a familiar pattern in the last 9 or 10 games with Berra and Mantle on base and McDougal at bat.
One moment, please. We're experiencing technical difficulty along the home of Champions Network, the Yankees and the Cleveland Indians out at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland. As soon as the technical difficulty is cleared up, we will rejoin the Yankees and the Indians in Cleveland. Difficulty seems to be cleared up, so we'll rejoin the Yankees and the Indians out in Cleveland.
The first batter for the the Cleveland Indians will be Billy Harrell, the shortstop, and he'll be facing Whitey Ford. Whitey has won 4 and lost 2 this year with an earned run average of 1.75. Whitey's lifetime record against Cleveland, he's won 11 and lost 7. Was with San Diego and Cleveland. Most of the year with San Diego. The first pitch is a curve. It hits Harrell on the right foot. And he's hit by a pitch ball. Yogi Berra is claiming that the ball didn't hit him. And Harrell is hit by a pitch ball. And on that play, plate umpire Ed Hurley did not even ask to see if the ball had any shoe polish on it. He was so positive that the ball hit Harrell on the foot, and he's right on the play. Harrell 6'1.5", 180 down at first base. The batter, Bobby Avila. Harrell was batting .239, still is. Here's Avila batting .282. The first pitch is a fly ball to right field. Nelson Howard over near the line takes it for out number 1 as Bobby Avila tried to go to the opposite field. 1 away. And here's Minnie Minoso, who has always been a great favorite around the leagues. At Chicago, he was the darling of the White Sox fans. Here at Cleveland, he's won them over already. Minnie's batting .263, 2 doubles, 6 homers, 19 runs batted in. Whitey Ford into a stretch position. The pitch to Minoso is strike 1, a curveball on the outside corner. Minnie's 5'10", 175 pounds. Born in Matanzas, Cuba. Lives in Mariano, Cuba. Last year batted .310 with 12 homers and 103 runs batted in. Mark Thornberry holding first base against Billy Harrell. Here's the stretch. Another curve high outside, ball 1-1-1. The Yankees line up with Harry Simpson in left, Mickey Mantle in center, Elston Howard in right. Jerry Lumpy at third, Tony Kubek at short, Gil McDougall at second, Mark Thornberry at first. Yogi Berra catching, Whitey Ford on the mound into a stretch position. The 1-1 pitch is a curve outside, ball 2-1. On deck, Preston Ward. Ball is hit on the ground at shortstop. Threw back to McDougall for 1. Back to first. Not in time. The throw beat Minoso to the bag, but Thornberry had to come off the bag to get the low throw by McDougall, so it goes as a 4th play. From 6 to 4, erasing Billy Harrell sliding into second, but Minoso safe at first. And with 2 out, here's Preston Ward, the first baseman. Ward is off to a real fine start. He's batting .371. 2 doubles, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. Here's a stretch by Whitey Ford. Minoso leads off first. The pitch to Ward is a fly ball. Kubek going back at shortstop, flips the glasses back under it, takes it for out number 3. For the Indians in the last of the first. No runs, no hits, no Yankee errors, 1 man left. The score at the end of 1 full inning of play. The Yankees nothing and the Indians nothing.
That's springtime without long drives in the country, trips to the seashore, family picnics, vacations, and all the pleasures you get from your car. Well, there have been some days this spring that didn't look exactly like spring weather. We're hoping for better days, and they should come along, especially as we move on toward the summer season. And with increased driving ahead, your car is in for some mighty tough going, especially where the tires are concerned. Speaking of tires, here's good news for every motorist today. Right now, through May and June, your Atlantic dealer is running a big swing to safety tire sale. That's right, brand new tires, every size and every type, white walls and black, with tubes and tubeless. They're all on sale right now at every Atlantic dealer. Just stop in and have him check your tires. He's an expert, trained to look for those weak spots and to know just how good those tires are. If you need replacements, your Atlantic dealer has the right quality and size at these special swing to safety prices. Swing to safety today with your Atlantic headquarters, the friendly, reliable Atlantic dealer. Keep your car on the go. And ask him, too, about the Power Mate for 58 Atlantic Imperial gasoline. In the scoreboard, Los Angeles, Philadelphia postponed rain. San Francisco at Pittsburgh, 2 games. We'll get to the others in a moment. Elston Howard leading off, batting .343. Phil?
A triple, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. Now let's get ready. The right-hander's first pitch to Howard is outside, ball 1. Stands deep in the batter's box, a right-hand batter, close stance. The pitch is hit deep down the left field line. Minoso going over, and the ball is just foul. It was far enough for a home run. It bounced into the left field seats. It hit the top of the wall and bounced into the left field seats. I'd say fouled by about 5 or 6 feet. Minnie Minoso didn't even move from his left field spot. He knew he had no chance to get that ball, and his best shot was a carom off the wall, if it did hit the wall. 1 strike and a long one on Elston Howard. Now let's get ready. The 1-1 pitch is a little bit outside, ball 2, 2-1. On deck, Marv Throneberry. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Howard. Curveball popped in the air, foul, and back of the plate. Dick Brown coming over, and Preston Ward. And Dick Brown makes the grab as he brushes lightly against the front of the wall in front of the box seats just to the right of the Indian dugout. Nice play by Dick Brown. Always a tough play when you're chasing a foul ball near the stands. And here's Marv Throneberry, the first baseman for the New York Yankees, batting .227. Throneberry has 3 doubles, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. The first pitch is a changeup hit down the right field line and foul. Slow curve that Throneberry got out in front of, but hit the ball well, and he's been having a little bit of trouble with that slow stuff. One strike to count on Marv Throneberry. Right-hander ready, kicks, delivers a fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. Nothing in 2 to count on Marv Throneberry. On deck, Harry Simpson with Whitey Ford due to hit next. Whitey resting in the dugout. Here's the pitch, high, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Marv Throneberry has been playing first base since the Moose, Bill Skowron, was injured at Yankee Stadium. Happy to hear Skowron coming along very well. Here's the pitch. A swing and a foul back. Out holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Plate umpire asks for some more baseballs, and the attendant runs out with them. Now we're ready to go. Marv Throneberry steps back in the batter's box. Ray Narleski into his windup. The slow curve is fouled just to our right. Nice play by Hal Leibowitz. Perfect catch right at him. He's got big enough hands to catch him, I'll tell you that. It in his pocket, and Hal's got a nice souvenir. Getting a lot of foul balls hit back here today. Here's the pitch. A foul back against the screen. Count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. of the writers have a wire screen in front of them because there are times when they're bending down writing something, and if a foul ball's ever hit, you could really get creamed. Narleski ready again. Here's the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch to Thornberry. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Ray Narleski. 2 away here in the top of the second. No score in the battle, Whitey Ford. Whitey batting 125, 2 for 16. He has 1 double. The first pitch to Whitey is high outside, ball 1. Frank Rossetti coaching at third. Ralph Houck down at first. The 1-0 pitch is strike 1, a fastball right down the middle. Whitey taken all the way. Pitch, a foul just to our left. Strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, Ed Hurley needs some new baseball. There have been an awful lot of foul balls this early in the ball game. Not playing too deep on Whitey. Straight away. Narleski now steps back off the mound. Scrubbing up that new baseball. Goes to the rosin bag. 2 men out here in the top of the second. Nobody on. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Whitey Ford. Here's the windup. The pitch is strike 3, swinging on a high fastball. Strikeout number 2 for Ray Narleski for the Yankees in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no Indian errors, and nobody left on base. The score at the end of an inning and a half, the Yankees nothing and the Indians nothing.
No doubt about it, is there, fans? When you're on the go exploring the open highway, you like that car to bat 1,000 in the smooth power department. So here's a good suggestion. Fill up with Atlantic Imperial gasoline. It's your car's power mate for 58. Made to bring out the best possible performance in today's demanding high compression engines. So make it a habit to drive with Atlantic Imperial everywhere you travel. In the long run, it's today's best super octane buy. Get Atlantic Imperial gasoline, a home run favorite if there ever was one. Your car's power mate for 58 from your friendly, reliable Atlantic dealer. On the highway ahead of you or near your home or place of business. Just look for the friendly Atlantic sign. It's an automatic invitation to try the world's finest petroleum products. Drop by and meet up with the fellow who keeps your car on the go. San Francisco at Pittsburgh in the first game, Gomez for the Giants, Schmidt catching, Vernon Law on the slab for the Pirates, Kravitz the backstop. The end of 3 innings, it's tied 1-1. The warm-up pitchers starting for St. Louis, Brosnan recently traded from the Cubs. For Cincinnati, it'll be Robbie. St. Louis, Cincinnati, a doubleheader. And Chicago, Milwaukee, 2 games today. Boston, Chicago against the White Sox, a doubleheader. Washington, Detroit, a twin bill. This doubleheader here at Cleveland. And a single game, Baltimore, Kansas City. Right now, bottom of the second inning. Dick Brown, the catcher, Carrasquel, and Colavito. Bill?
The first pitch is outside, ball 1. Dick Brown was with Cleveland, Omaha, and Mobile last year. The slow curve is high for ball 2. Omaha, he batted .261 in 46 games. In 34 games with the Indians, he batted .263. And in 40 games for Mobile, he batted .312. Fastball is a swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. He's 24 years old, from Shinston, West Virginia. The 2-1 pitch is a curveball popped in the air in back of the mound. Gil McDougal right there, under it, and takes it for out number 1. As Whitey Ford hit young Dick Brown on the fist with a curveball. And here's Chico Carrasquillo. Chico has been switched to third base as manager Bobby Bragan feels that Billy Harrow can cover a little more ground than Carrasquillo is short. Chico's batting .238, 4 doubles, 2 homers, 17 runs batted. And there's a high foul over by the Indian dugout. Thornberry chasing it and makes the grab. Shying away from the wall. He backhanded the ball for out number 2. 2 away. And the batter, Rocky Colavito. Colavito batting .253, has 4 doubles, 2 homers, 12 runs batted. And Rocky got off to a real good start. Was up there leading the league for a while, then got into a slump. The fastball is in there, strike 1 call. His right name, Rocco Colavito. Born in the Bronx, now lives in Temple, Pennsylvania. He's 6'3", 190 pounds. Fastball is in there, strike 2. 0-2 on Rocky. Rocky has tried to model his style of play with that of the great Joe DiMaggio, and as a matter of fact, he resembles Joe facially and in his build. The curveball is a swing and a miss, strike 3. And so, for the Indians in the last of the second, no runs, no hits, no Yankee errors, nobody left. The score at the end of 2 full innings, the Yankees nothing, and the Indians nothing.
It's up to the date and up to the minute. So it's up to you, fans. Fill her up today with Atlantic Imperial gasoline. Your car's power mate for 58.
And as we told you, this is our first look at the season at the revamped Cleveland Indians, who have been the surprise of the league so far. The Yanks and Indians were rained out of a 3-game set at the stadium earlier this month. So you'll have your first look at such prominent newcomers as Mudcat Grant, Carroll Hardy, Gary Geiger, and others next month. And veteran Bob Lemon and Speedy Herb Score are expected back in action by then, too. So you'll be seeing Bobby Bragan's new club near full strength. The Indians, always a popular attraction in New York, will be stadium visitors the first weekend of June. The Yanks and Tribe tangle under the lights on Friday, June the 6th, a Ladies' Day game on Saturday, June 7th, and a make-up doubleheader on Sunday afternoon, June the 8th. For best choice of seats, we suggest you get your tickets as quickly as possible. The stadium advance ticket office will be open for your convenience this afternoon until 5 p.m. Any of you people out driving, stop in and let's pause for station identification.
Remember your dollars at 1460 WOKO, first in Albany, New York. The Troy Buick Roundup follows this game.
Here's Harry Simpson up for his second time. He bounced out short to first in the first inning. The curve is a little bit high, ball 1. Yogi Berra on deck. Fastball is ball 2, a little bit high. Simpson started off at that pitch and just did hold up. Balls, no strikes on Harry Simpson. A perfect day for baseball here at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland. The throw curve is inside ball 3, 3-0. And Narleski is behind the first batter here in the top of the third. Harry Simpson, 3 balls and no strikes. Narleski checked the sign from Dick Brown. Here's the windup and the 3-0 pitch is low outside. Ball 4, he lost him. On 4 pitches, Narleski walks his second man, and here's Yogi Berra, who beat out an infield single in the first inning. And then as he beat the throw to first base, he tripped and fell heavily on the ground. But he's all right. A little embarrassed, but feeling all right. Preston Ward holding first base against Harry Simpson. The Indian infield and outfield shifted around towards right. Here's the first pitch to Yogi. Strike one as Yogi squared around to bunt. Took the pitch. Chico Carrasquel at third is playing in front of the bag near the edge of the infield grass. Billy Harrell at shortstop, 2 steps close to second base. Avila in the hole between first and second. And Ward holding the bag against Harry Simpson. Here's the stretch. Simpson leads away. The pitch is a fly ball to short right field. Avila back, Colavito in. Colavito calls for it. Takes it for out number 1. One away as Yogi pops to Colavito in short right, and here's Tony Kubek, who flied to center field in the first inning. The Yankee player sitting on the edge of the bench, soaking up some of this sunshine. And we've really had real fine weather so far on this western trip. Here's a stretch by Narleski. The pitch to Kubek is bunted down the third base line. A good bunt. That's going to be a base hit. No throw at all. A beautiful bunt by Tony Kubek. He caught Carrasquel flat-footed, and Carrasquel came in, picked the ball up, did not even throw the ball. That's how perfect a bunt it was. And now the Yankees have runners at first and second. Kubek at first, Simpson at second. One away. And Mickey Mantle, who beat out an infield single in the first inning to run his consecutive game hitting streak to 13 in a row. Mick's not satisfied with the way he's hitting, even though he's hitting over 300. Says he's getting too many of these leg hits. He wants to hit them where they don't have to run. The first pitch is a low foul ball down the left field line, but curving into the seats. And out of play. As a matter of fact, that ball just went on the playing field, not in fair territory. And Minoso now looking over at the spot. He'd have had a long run. I doubt if he could have got to the ball. He plays Mickey a little over in left center. But it fell in among the ground crew who were sitting just where the lower grandstand ends. Here's the pitch to Mickey. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. And there is a low fence in front of the ground crew, which the ball landed in back of. And so the wind, very little wind today, but when it gets above the stadium, there is some wind blowing, as we can see the flags. The curved ball is low inside. Ball 2, 2-1. And Pappy Durkin just hands me the temperature and the wind velocity. It's 62 degrees and a 20-mile-per-hour wind. Now, of course, in this vast stadium, we don't feel it. We are completely covered by the stands and the walls in back of us. But above the stadium, the flags are flying, and that foul ball, when it got above the stadium, was affected by the wind. Pitch to Mickey. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the top of the third. No score in the ball game. Harry Simpson is down at second base. Over at first, Tony Kubek. The batter, Mickey Mantle. And on deck, Gil McDougall. Joe Ripley just got some information on that foul ball, and I'll pass it along right after this pitch. As Narleski steps off the rubber, we can tell you now, Joe said that it is a separate box, and it is not in play. In other words, a ball hit there is not in play, even if you should catch it. The player cannot go in there to catch the ball. He can lean over the front, as you do on any foul ball, but you cannot go in and back of the seat. Okay, Joe, thank you. Here's the stretch. The 3-1 pitch is a foul out of play. This time definitely going back into the seats in the upper deck. Full count on Mantle now, 3-2. And let's see how manager Casey Stengel works this, whether he'll have the runners going on a 3-2 pitch with only 1 out, or whether he'll be playing it safe. Frank Crissetti coaching at third, gives some signs to Simpson and Kubek down at second and first. Ralph Houck over at first base. Here's the stretch. They don't go. The ball is swinging and miss. Strike 3. Narleski comes through with a very important strikeout. But that time Casey Stengel's strategy did work. He did not have the runners going. And Simpson would have been thrown out. Not definitely, but he did not take a big lead at second base. And had he been running with Mickey striking out, it could have been a double play. So now it's 2 out. Narleski has 3 strikeouts on the day so far. And here's Gil McDougall, who walked in the first inning. Narleski stretches. The pitch to Gil is a swing and a foul back off the chest protector of plate umpire Ed Hurley. Then ricocheted back and hit Dick Brown on the back of his head. Dick rubs his head gently. These foul balls are dangerous today. 1 strike on McDougall. On deck, Jerry Lumpy. By Narleski. The pitch is inside as Gil was started to step in and then had to really lean out of the way of that high inside fastball. 1-1. The Yankee bullpen and Cleveland bullpens are deep in left center field and right center field and back of the temporary fence. There's a curve outside, ball 2, 2-1. And they have a car here at Municipal Stadium. They always have had. When a relief pitcher is due to come in, the car goes and picks them up, although the Yankees do not use it. The Cleveland Indian pitchers use it in right center field. Big cinder path runs all around the park. The pitch to Gil is high ball 3, 3-1. Narleski thought he had that pitch. A little put out there on the mound. 3 balls, 1 strike on McDougall. 2 out, top of the third, no score. Yankees have runners at first and second. Simpson leads off second. Kubek off first. Narleski into a stretch position. The 3-1 pitch is high ball 4. He lost him. And the bases are loaded. Walk number 3 issued by Ray Narleski. And here's Jerry Lumpy, who bounced out with the bases loaded in the first inning, second to first. On deck, Elston Howard. Simpson at third, Kubek at second, McDougall at first. 2 away. First pitch to Lumpy is a swing and a line drive to left field. Minnie Minoso back under it, takes it for out number 3. And for the Yankees in the top of the third, no runs, 1 hit, no Indian errors, and 3 men left on base. The score at the end of 2.5 innings, the Yankees nothing and the Indians nothing.
It's a big moment on an automobile assembly line when a high compression engine is mounted into the chassis. And when you see the size of that engine of today, you know it will need a lot of fuel power to keep the car on the go. Now that's exactly why Atlantic Refining has developed a super octane gasoline especially designed to power today's high compression cars. It's Atlantic Imperial by name. Atlantic Imperial gasoline provides that high compression engine with all the power it will ever need. Together they work in harmony, smoothly and powerfully. Modern gasoline, modern car engine, and give you that power mate travel, acceleration without hesitation, and long mileage. For Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that provides this power mate drive in 58, see your Atlantic dealer. And remember, travel safely everywhere. Bottom of the third inning, first game of a Sunday doubleheader. Cleveland Indians entertaining the New York Yankees.
The game continues.
Narleski due to hit next. Curveball is fouled at the plate as he tried to check his swing. The ball just hit the end of his bat. 1-1. Maris is 6 feet tall, 197 pounds, from Hibbings, Minnesota. Now lives in Fargo, North Dakota. Last year, batted .235. The sidearm fastball is a swing and a miss, and he let go of the bat, and it hit A double hit. It hit Ed Hurley in the right hand and Yogi Berra in back of the head. Roger Maris let go of that bat. I've never quite seen that before. I've seen players let go of bats, and they've sailed into the stands or into the clubhouse or into the dugout. But this one, he let go, a follow-through. It came all the way back, hit Ed Hurley in his right hand, ricocheted off Yogi's head. Fortunately, it hit Yogi in the head. If it hit him any other place, he might have been hurt. Here's the 1-2 strike pitch, outside ball 2, 2-2. I'm only kidding, though. About Yogi in his head. That's if his wife's listening in. It hit Ed Hurley right on the forefinger of his right hand. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Curveball low, full count, 3-2. That's the strike finger at that, Joe. Now Roger Maris wants some rosin. Reminds me of Dominic DiMaggio, who always let go of the bat. Not always, but more often than any other player. Dominic always carried a rosin bag in his back pocket. All right, here's the payoff pitch to Maris. A foul down the left field line and out of play. Count holds at 3-2. Different players use different methods of getting a good grip on that bat. Some of them use a little tar and rosin to make it sticky. Some of them use oil and rosin. That's what Joe D used to use, the oil mixed with rosin. Side on fastball is hit on one hop to shortstop Kubek. Nice play by Tony. Throw to first for out number 1. A nice play by Tony Kubek, who caught that ball on a short hop right against his stomach. He blocked the ball well and then threw to first for the out. One away, and here's Ray Narleski. Ed Hurley showing his finger to Yogi Berra and then showing where it hit off his chest protector and bounced and hit Yogi off the back of his head. One man out here in the last of the third, no score. Nothing in the ball game. Narleski, right-hand hitter, takes a curve in there, strike 1. Narleski's batting .059. He's 1 for 17. Another curve is hit slowly down to third. Jerry Lumpy on one big hop takes it. Fires to first. That's out number 2. 2 away, and the bat of Billy Harrell, who was hit by a pitched ball on his right foot in the first inning. From Norristown, Pennsylvania, now lives in Troy, New York. Right-hand hitter. First pitch by Whitey Ford is a curve. Strike 1 on the outside corner. On deck, Bobby Avila. Eddie Stanky coaching at third. Red Crest down at first. Curveball is strike 2. He started to swing, checked it, but he went far enough. Eddie the Brat Stanky down at third base. Here's the 2-strike pitch to Harrell. Low, ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Out, nobody on here in the last of the third. Whitey Ford into the windup. Fastball is hit on the line into center field for a base hit. And that's the first base hit off Whitey Ford. A solid single at center field. That's Billy Harrell down at first base. And here's Bobby Avila, who flied to right field in the first inning. Roberto Francisco Avila, born at Veracruz, Mexico. In 1954, led the American League in hitting with an average of .341. Since then, he has not regained his batting eye. Right-hand batter wearing a golf glove on his left hand. Takes a curve high outside, ball 1. About Lots of players have been doing that now, wearing golf gloves on their right hand, hit of their left hand, a left hand hit of their right hand. Keeps them from getting these big calluses, and also if they have a tender hand, absorbs some of the shock. Pitch to Bobby's a curve hit fouled on the third base line, just fouled. Little ball boy kicks the ball around a little bit down the left field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a big thrill for these youngsters to be ball boys at any big league park. They have a regular Cleveland uniform on. Sit on a little stool down the right field corner and left field corner. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball hit. Foul, just foul. Oh, man, that ball was fouled by a quarter of an inch. It actually hit the foul line about a foot in front of third base and just kicked to the left of the bag. Now, a ball does not have to hit on the ground in back of third base to be a fair ball. If that ball had hit in fair territory and then just went over a corner of the bag and still landed in foul territory, it would have been a fair ball. But Joe Paparella, the third base umpire, standing right on the line, had perfect view of the ball, saw that the ball did not go over any part of the bag before it hit in foul territory. Called it right away. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Avila. Ford stretches. Harrell leads off first. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung at and missed. Strike 3. And that Harrell can go down that line. It's a strikeout. Strikeout number 2 for Whitey Ford for the Indians in the last of the third. No runs, 1 hit. No Yankee errors. 1 man left. The score at the end of 3 full innings. The Yankees nothing and the Indians nothing. And let's take another look at the scoreboard. All the other games start later in the American League. Washington at Detroit, a doubleheader. Baltimore at Kansas City, a single game. And Boston at Chicago, a doubleheader. They start just a little bit later on. In the National League, St. Louis at Cincinnati in the first of 2, 0-0 at the end of 1. Brosnan against Robbie. Chicago at Milwaukee, a doubleheader. The starting pitchers in the first game, Phillips against Trowbridge. Trowbridge, Phillips, a former Brave, now with the Cubs. LA at Philadelphia have not started, and San Francisco at Pittsburgh at the end of 4. Pittsburgh 2, the Giants 1. Gomez against Law. Go here in the top of the 4th inning in this 0-0 ball game, a pitcher's duel between Ray Narleski and Whitey Ford. And for the Yankees, Elston Howard, who popped to the catcher in the 2nd inning leading off. The first pitch to Howard is inside, ball 1. Ball is fouled at the plate. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Correction on the pronunciation of the pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds. It's Rabe. I said Robbie. It's spelled R-A-B-E, pronounced Rabe. That was courtesy of Till Ferdenzi of the Journal-American. There's a foul in the upper deck. Nelson tried to check his swing, but the ball hit his bat and just ricocheted back into the seats. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Howard. On deck, Mark Throneberry. The Yankees and the Indians here at Big Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Right off Lake Erie, the lake right in back of us. There's a curveball just outside ball 2, 2-2. One of the reasons this is such unusual weather, being so close to the lake at this time of the year, we usually get real cold weather. But it is a beautiful day here at Municipal Stadium. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Another foul back. Count holds at 2-2. I wonder if they got any statistics for a record number of foul balls hit in one game. I doubt it, why they'd want to keep it, except the owners, to see how many baseballs they lose. But so far in 3 full innings, we've had an awful amount. than I've ever seen in such a short time. Ray Narleski ready now. The pitch to Howard is a grind ball, a high hopper. Harrell coming in at short. The big hop throws to first in time for the out. That was a nice play by Billy Harrell. It was a high Baltimore shot that Harrell had to come charging in on the dead run, pick it up, and fire to first. Just did nip. Elston Howard won away. Here's Mark Thornberry, who struck out in the second inning. Curve is hit between first and second out to right field. A base hit for Mark Thornberry. Rocky Colavito up with the ball. And Thornberry is on with a single. And that's hit number 4 for the Yankees off Narleski. Thornberry at first base, and the batter Whitey Ford, and now they're looking into the Yankee dugout as Casey Stengel jumped up on the top step and hollered something. Casey Stengel is pointing down to first base. The Indian infield on the alert for a possible sacrifice attempt. Whitey takes the pitch on the outside corner, strike one. He is squared around as though to bunt. Taking something that was Ralph Houck had. It could be Harry Simpson's glasses. That's just what it is. Simpson, when he gets on base, gives his glasses to Houck, and he forgot to retrieve them the last time after he had gone out to the outfield. And so Harry doesn't want to go up there at a disadvantage. He sees better with the glasses, and you got to take all the breaks you can get. All right, the runner leads away at first. Whitey swings at the ball, sends a base hit between third and short. Thornberry holds it second, and Whitey's safe at first on a crossed-up base hit. Let me tell you what happened there. Chico Carrasquel was charging in at third. Billy Harrell at short was coming in at the edge of the infield grass, and Whitey faked a bunt and then just punched the ball. What Casey Stengel calls a butcher boy swing between third and short out to left field for a base hit. And the Yankee pitchers have really been crossing up the opposition this year. That's about the 4th or 5th time that Casey has let the pitcher hit away when a bunt seemed to be in order. And now the Yankees have runners at first and second with one away here in the top of the 4th, and the batter Harry Simpson. Harry bounced out short to first and walked. The stretch by Narleski. The pitch to Simpson is strike one, a slider on the outside corner. On deck, Yogi Berra. And the change-up curve is in there. Strike two. Beautiful change-up curve. Nipped the inside corner. 0-2 to count on Harry Simpson with one away in the top of the 4th. No score in the ball game. Marv Thornberry down at second base. Whitey Ford at first. You can tell it's a beautiful day. Whitey didn't even ask for his jacket to put on. The stretch. The 2-strike pitch is swing and a miss. Strike three. And I want to tell you, you can see Narleski, when he's in trouble, put that little extra on that fastball. Man, he really fires it. That's strikeout number 4 for Narleski. And it brings up Yogi Berra, who beat out an infield single in the first inning and fly to right in the third. 2 away now with runners at first and second. Into his stretch position. Pitch to Yogi is a high fly deep to right field, way back. Narleski, and it's a home run for Yogi Berra. And as Yogi saw the ball go over the fence, he jumped up in the air and threw his arms up in the air. The way Yogi's been going, he figured Talavito was going to catch that ball. Yogi Berra hits a 3-run home run off Ray Narleski. With 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning, and the Yankees now lead in the ball game 3-0. Talavito came close to catching that ball. He went as far back as he could to the temporary fence that runs from left field over to right field, leaped high in the air, and the ball just went over his glove. Here's Tony Kubek. Tony fouls the first pitch back out of play, strike 1. Kubek flied to center and beat out a bunt. 1 for 2. Rossetti runs in at third, picks up an orange that fell down on the field. One strike to count on Tony Kubek. Now let's get ready. Foul just below it, strike 2. Joe Trimble gets one of the easiest foul balls I've ever seen. It hit the screen, bounced back up into the seats, and rolled back. Just missed John Drebridge's head. A 2-strike pitch inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the curveball foul just below it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, they're shooting at us today, I tell you. Foul balls are coming back hot and heavy. Another supply for plate umpire Ed Hurley. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is inside, ball 2, 2-2. Narleski checking the sign from Dick Brown. Pitch is a slow curve hit into left field. Minnie Minoso over to his right, under it. Takes it for out number 3. And for the Yankees in the top of the 4th, 3 runs on 3 hits. No Indian errors, nobody left. The score at the end of 3.5 innings. The Yankees 3 and the Indians nothing.
Well, now the driving season is reaching that point where it's best described as full swing. You probably already stopped in to see an Atlantic dealer for a spring tire check, or you're planning to do so very shortly. And it's a mighty good idea, too. You see, right now, May through June, your Atlantic dealer is featuring a swing to safety tire sale. Special sale prices on all new tires. And he has a full assortment of tires, white walls and black, tube and tubeless types. You may think your tires are in pretty good shape. Then why not make sure, make absolutely sure? You know, good tires are such an important safety factor in your traffic. So stop by the Atlantic dealer, a fellow who's trained to check them over carefully and let you know just how good they are. And if you should require replacements, now's the time to get them. See your Atlantic dealer Monday, or at your earliest convenience in the shopping days of the week. Swing to safety with that man who keeps your car happily, super powerfully, and economically on the go. Atlantic in baseball, bottom of the 4th inning. Yankees spring to the lead, 3-0. Yogi's home run into right field. Last of the 4th. Minoso, Preston Ward, and Dick Brown. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th hitters in the order.
Swings and misses at a curveball, strike 1. Minoso with that open stance of his right foot almost in back of home plate. Another curve. This one bounces away from Berra for ball 1, strike 1. Now let's pause for station identification.
All Yankee baseball games are brought to you by Valentine Beer and Ale and Atlantic Gasoline exclusively in the Capital District over WOKO 1460 on the dial.
On deck, Preston Ward. The 2-1 pitch, a slow curve hit in left field, a line drive base hit. Harry Simpson on one hop grabs it. As Minnie Minoso took that high, slow curve right in his eyes and lined it into left field. Hit number 2 off Whitey Ford, and here's Preston Ward, who popped to short in the first inning. Preston Ward, a left-hand hitter. Stretch by Ford. Fastball is high, ball 1. Minoso leads off first. Side-on fastball hit on the ground. Off Thornberry shot. McDougal throws to Ford for the out. A nice play by Gil McDougal. That play goes from 3 to 4 to 1. As Mark Thornberry got his glove on the ball. He gets an assist on that play, and Preston Ward is out. Minoso moving down to second base. And the batter, Dick Brown, who popped to McDougal at second base in the second inning. Dick Brown, a right-hand batter. Open stance, not as much as Minoso, but with his left foot back from his right foot, sort of facing the pitcher. Curve is inside, ball 1. McDougal has given Minnie a hard time down at second, running him back. Minoso's a real good base runner. Here's the stretch by Whitey. Is hit through the middle out to center field, a base hit. Here's Minoso around third, and he scores. Dick Brown hits a single up the middle out to center field, scoring Minnie Minoso from second base. It's now a 3-1 ball game in favor of the Yankees. And with one away, Dick Brown at first. Here's Chico Carrasquel, who popped to first base in the second inning. Brown looks like a pretty good hitter. He's got 4 home runs already this year. Pitch to Chico is hit off Ford's leg. And it's a base hit for Chico Carrasquel. Right back to the mound before Whitey could get his glove down and hit him on the inside part of his left foot and ricocheted over to third base. And before Lumpy could come up with the ball, Carrasquel had passed first down to second. Dick Brown and the Indians have runners at first and second. One man is out here in the last of the fourth. They have 1 run in. The Yankees lead 3-1. Calavito, the boy from the Bronx. He's got a lot of power. Curveball is outside and high, ball 1. Here's the stretch. And the pitch, the curve is hit foul down the left field line. Back in the seats, out of play. Man, that was a vicious foul ball. It looks like we're going to have a little action in the Yankee bullpen. Art Ditmar gets the call. Start limbering up. There have been 3 solid base hits off Whitey, and so Casey Stengel taking no chances. Curve is in the dirt. Yogi blocks it nicely. Ball 2, 2-1. Man, we not only got a big crowd today, we got a noisy crowd here. They're really whooping it up. Ford stretches. The 2-1 pitch. Slow curve hit. Back to the right of the mound. This is going to be trouble. McDougal up with it. First to first in time to get Colavito. A nice play. Rocky hit that ball right off the end of his bat, and it squid by Ford. McDougal playing in back at second had to run in, scoop it up, and throw to first. Both runners advanced. There are men at second and third. With 2 out in the bat of Roger Maris. Maris bounced out short to first in the 3rd inning. Left-hand hitter, Whitey Ford on the mound into his windup. And the curveball is strike 1 as Maris ducked out of the way of the curve and it broke over. Again, Ford into his windup. Curve is little outside, ball 1-1-1. There's action in the Indian bullpen, too. Joe Ripley's got to put the glasses on him. They're a mile away from here. Here's the windup. Sidearm curve is low outside, ball 2, 2-1. Grant and Ferresi warming up. Grant the right-hander, Ferresi the left-hander. And 1 strike to count on Roger Maris. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low outside, ball 3, 3-1. Rod Ditmar warming up all alone in the Yankee bullpen. And Jim Mudcat Grant, a right-hander. And Don Ferresi, a left-hander, warming up for the Indians. Here's the windup. The 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. He lost it. The first walk given up by Whitey Ford, and the bases are loaded. Maris is down at first base. Carrasquel at second. Dick Brown over at third. And they're getting somebody from out of the bullpen. Gary Geiger is running out to the bullpen. And coming in from the bullpen as a pinch hitter. And J.W. Porter is coming on to pinch hit for Ray Narleski. J.W. Porter, who was with the St. Louis Browns, the Detroit Tigers. He is a catcher and an outfielder, a right-hand batter. He's batting .250 so far for Cleveland. He's been up just 4 times with 1 base hit. He has 1 run batted in. J.W. Porter, a right-hand hitter. Comes on to pinch hit for Ray Narleski. And for Narleski, he went 4 innings, giving up 6 hits, walked 3, struck out 4, and allowed 3 runs. So here's Porter digging in with the bases loaded. And 2 out. The Yankees leading 3-1 here in the last of the 4th. Curve is hit on the ground. A shot. Two back to McDougal for out number 3. For the Indians in the last of the fourth, 1 run on 3 base hits. No Yankee errors. 3 men left to score at the end of 4. The Yankees 3, the Indians 1, and now Joe Ripley.
Okay, Phil, let's run down the scores in the American League first. A single game, Baltimore, Kansas City, as not yet got underway. Boston at Chicago, a doubleheader. First game, it'll be Bauman against Donovan. 2 games in Detroit, Washington and Detroit. The first game, Kemmerer against Bunning, no score there yet. In the National League, St. Louis plays a doubleheader at Cincinnati. And in the first game, at the end of an inning and a half, the score St. Louis 2, Cincinnati nothing. Brosnan and Reid, the pitchers. Chicago at Milwaukee, playing 2 games. First game, batteries Phillips for Chicago and Trowbridge for Milwaukee. The Dodgers play at Philadelphia, nothing there yet. And San Francisco plays a doubleheader at Pittsburgh. In the first game, at the end of 5 full innings, it's all tied up 2-2. Gomez going for San Francisco and Law going for Pittsburgh. Now, Allen will be over in just a moment. Give you the play-by-play here at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland. Beautiful day, still sunshiny, bright, warm, blue sky. The weatherman this morning had said something about the weather turning rainy. But so far, there's certainly no sign of that here. First batter up for the Yankees, who lead by a score of 3-1. The first batter will be Mickey Mantle. Now here's Mel.
As we get ready to move into the first half of the 5th inning, your host is Ballantine Beer, the crisp refresher. Enjoy a glass of Ballantine Beer along with the game. It's icily light, smooth and delicious, precisely right. Don Ferresi coming in to pitch for the Indians. A left-hander that went to the 9th inning once against the Yankees with a no-hitter in his grasp and lost at Bend. Mickey Mantle, 1 for 2, batting right-handed against the left-handed pitching of Ferresi. The left-hander throws, and it's in there for a strike. The next pitch, and it's over. Strike 2. Ferresi's nothing in 2. This is his 8th appearance. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. One away. And here's Gil McDougal, who twice has walked. To follow. 3-1 New York. First half of the 5th inning. Don Ferresi delivers. McDougal takes it inside. Ball 1. Pitch is inside, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch to Gill. Right over, strike 1. Ray Narleski worked the first 4 innings, allowed 6 hits and 3 runs. Walked 3 and struck out 4. Berra hit a 3-run homer with 2 out in the 4th inning. Next pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ball 3 inside. He had an 11-5 record with Vancouver last year and 1-1 with Baltimore. Now the delivery. It's low inside for ball 4, and McDougal walks for the third straight time. Up to the plate comes Jerry Lumpy, who grounded to second and lined to left. Elston Howard on deck. To Jerry, swung on. It's a high fly ball to center. Maris getting back, flips the glasses down, and makes the catch. McDougal, a little better than halfway to second, retreats to first. 2 men down, and Elston Howard steps in. Fouled out to the catcher and grounded to short. 3-1 New York. It's the 5th inning. Checks with Dick Brown. The pitch is a little outside. Ball 1. The left-hander ready. In comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. 1-1. Pitch is over the inside corner. Strike 2, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Don Peresi turns in a fine bit of pitching here in the 5th inning in relief. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. At the end of 4.5 innings, the score remains the Yankees 3 and the Indians 1. Man, after all these years, you know, there's nothing I enjoy more than a good baseball game. Got the action, the thrills, the cumulative things that just build up to the various climaxes in one game or a series really makes the sport great. Just like Ballantine's got everything that makes a beer great. No wonder it's called the Crisp Refresher. Ballantine beer is icily light, crystally clear, smooth, and downright delicious as a beer can be. Just lift a glass to your lips, and you'll see what we all mean when we say Ballantine beer is the Crisp Refresher. From that frothy white head to the last lively golden swallow, Ballantine beer's really got what you want in beer. So look for the 3-ring sign, make the 3-ring sign, and ask the man for Ballantine. Ballantine beer. Enjoy the Crisp Refresher. It's the last half of the 5th inning, and the top of the Indian order, Billy Harrell, Bobby Avila, and Minnie Minoso. Harrell's at 1 for 1. The pitch is outside. Ball 1. Bluff to bunt to bring Lumpy in a little. Ford into the windup, and the pitch is low. Ball 2. Whitey has not been too sharp today. The 2-0 delivery is high, ball 3. The 3-0 pitch, inside, ball 4. Harrell walks. And now to the plate comes Bobby Avila, who flied to right and struck out. Indian fans start that rhythmic applause again. Whitey Ford ready. And the pitch. It's high, ball 1. Whitey's fighting out there to regain his control touch. The left-hander sets, delivers, inside, ball 2. 6 straight pitches that have failed to hit the strike zone. And now Jim Turner signals to the bullpen for Art Ditmar to get up again. No strikes. And the pitch. It's over, 2-1. And the next delivery. Over, strike 2, 2-2. Two strikes. Curveball is looped out into right field for a base hit. There goes Harrell, stopping at second. He rounded it and then came right back quickly as Howard threw in. And the Indians have runners on first and second, nobody out, and Minnie Minoso coming up. Art Ditmar warming up for the Yankees. Preston Ward's on deck. Dick Brown to follow. Minoso grounded to short and singled to left. 2 on, nobody out. Ford to the stretch. Pitch to Minnie. Outside, ball 1. Throneberry's in close at first. Here's the delivery, and it's in there for a strike, 1-1. Now Minoso has another look at Eddie Stanky. The take was on the last pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Billy Harrell on second, Bobby Avila on first. They've got speed on the bases and power at the plate. 3-1 New York, 5th inning. Again to the stretch. Throw to second, and the runner's back. Pickoff effort. Whitey whirled and threw to the bag. McDougal jumped over and grabbed it. He was deployed over toward the bag with a full hitter up. Again, the stretch by Ford. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back out of play. Strike 2. 2 strikes. Casey backs Throneberry up now. A 1-2 count on Minnie. Ford into the stretch and the pitch. Swung on, hit foul down the first baseline. Count remains 1-2. the stretch by Whitey. The 2 runners lead away. Here's the pitch. Minoso takes high. Slow curve. 2-2. By Ford. Here's the delivery. Swung on, so pop-up to third. And the infield fly rule is called. The batter's automatically out. The umpires had to delay a little bit on the call because it's so close to the line. It must be a fair ball for the infield fly rule to be invoked. If it's a foul prompt, the infield fly rule does not prevail. And the rule, of course, which says this for the newer fans, that with runners on first and second, or first, second, and third, less than 2 out if the batter hits a pop-up, which in the judgment of the umpires can be handled by an infielder, the batter's automatically out. But it must be a fair ball, that's why they had to wait. Here's Preston Ward. Left-hand batter takes high and inside, ball 1. Ward flying to left and grounded to McDougal. Second, Avila on first. Whitey Ford's pitch. Curve is swung on, foul back, out of play. A 1-1 count on Preston Ward. One ball, one strike. Ford to the stretch, a look around. And the pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2-1. A 2-1 count on the first baseman. Ford again to his stretch. A look around the 2 runners. And the pitch. Swung on. A looping foul off third, and it's out of play. 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Harrell leads off second. Avila off first. Whitey Ford pitches. Preston Ward swings and misses. Strike 3. 2 men out, and Dick Brown coming up. He's at 1 for 2. He's a good hitter. A 6'2", 275-pounder. 23 years old. From Herb Score's hometown, Lake Worth, Florida. Herb originally is from New York. As a kid, he moved to Lake Worth. 3-1 New York, 2 out, 2 on. Whitey into the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Harrell on second, Avila on first. Ford to the stretch. Here's the delivery. Swung on, a bouncer hits the third. Lumpy takes it, steps on third for the force out of Harrell, and the side's retired. No runs, 1 hit, no error, 2 men off. And at the end of 5 innings of play, the Yankees 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 7 left on. The Indians 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base. We pause for station identification.
All Yankee baseball games brought to you by Valentine Beer and Ale and the Atlantic Gasoline exclusively in the Capital District.
Over WOKO, 1460 on the dial, first in Albany, New York. 5 minutes after 3.
line scoreboard. No report, Baltimore, Kansas City as yet. One game. Chicago leads Boston 1-0 at the end of the first inning. Donovan against Bauman. Washington leads Detroit 1-0 at the end of the first inning. Kemmer and Bunning, they're playing doubleheaders. Washington will be at the stadium Friday for the holiday doubleheader. In the National League, Cardinals 4, Cincinnati 1, 10 of 3 innings, Brosnan and Rabe. Chicago, Milwaukee, no score, end of 2 innings, Phillips and Trowbridge. They're playing doubleheaders. Los Angeles at Philadelphia rained out. Single game. San Francisco at Pittsburgh 2-2 at the end of 6 innings. As for San Francisco, off for Pittsburgh, but Blackburn has come on in the 7th. As we move into the 6th inning, Marv Throneberry hitting 8th in the orders. First up, Whitey Ford to follow, and then Harry Simpson, who's in the leadoff spot. Don Ferresi, the left-hander who relieved Narleski at last inning. Into the windup, and the pitch to Throneberry is in there for a strike. Outfield playing Throneberry straight away, well spread out, protecting the foul lines as much as possible. And the pitch. It's high, ball 1, 1-1. One ball, one strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Look out, high and inside, gets away from Brown to the screen. 2-1 count on Throneberry. Ferresi into the windup. In comes the pitch. Throneberry swings and fouls it on the ground over to the right of the plate near the Indian dugout. A 2-2 count. Strikes. Ferresi pitches, and Throneberry takes it outside into the dirt. Ball bounces back to the screen. 3-2. Full count on Marv. Cleveland 1, 6th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Don Ferresi checking with Dick Brown. Swings to the windup. Around comes the left arm. The pitch is inside for ball 4. Throneberry walks. That's the second pass given up by Ferresi. And Whitey Ford wanders up to the plate. Struck out and singled to left. He helped to keep a rally alive that was climaxed in the 4th inning by Yogi Berra's 3-run homer. Throneberry had singled with 1 out in the 4th. Ford singled, and with 2 down, Berra hit the home run. Whitey has his look at Frank Frasetti. Chico Carrascal at 3rd moves in close. Preston Ward holding against Throneberry. Ferresi pitches. Ford takes it inside for a ball. He almost offered at it. And the delivery. Bunted, and Ward will make his play to second base for 1. They throw back to first, and he gets away from Avila and into the Indians' dugout, and Ford goes down to second. Harrell threw the ball away, trying to double up Ford at first with Avila covering. On the bunt, for the attempted sacrifice, it resulted in a force out at second of Throneberry. Ward to Harrell, whose throw then to Avila, covering to try and double Ford, was low, bounded by Avila and in the Indian dugout, and the ground rule prevailed, and Ford motioned on to second. Here's Harry Simpson, who grounded to short, walked, and struck out. Don Peresi to the stretch. The pitch to Simpson, high and inside. So the effect of the attempted sacrifice actually took place, but with Ford on second instead of Throneberry. They'd rather have had Ford in the dugout resting. They delivered to Simpson. Inside, ball 2. Here's the pitch to Harry, and it's over for a strike, 2-1. One strike. And the pitch. Swung on. There's a loop over short to left for a base hit, but Ford's being waved in, and Minnie couldn't pick the ball up and throws too late. And Ford scores. It was a single to short left, but no error is charged on the play. Although Minnie had trouble picking the ball up, and Ford was going to stop at third, and then Throw waved him on. Wait a minute, double check. No error. No error. 4-1 New York. Yogi Berra steps in. He's had 2 for 3. A single and a 3-run homer. Peresi's pitch. Low, ball 1. Yogi checked his swing. And the pitch. Swung on, hit by first to right field for a base hit, but Simpson stops at second. Colavito cuts loose with his good throw. Cut off by Billy Harrell. Berra gets his 3rd hit. A single to right. Tony Kubek steps in. Flied to center, beat out a bunt to third, and flied to left. And the Indian bullpen gets the call. Ready to work to Tony Kubek. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Next pitch is swung on and fouled off. Bob Lemon's up and throwing. Lemon warming up. Bob Kelly and Bob Lemon. Lemon was reinstated yesterday. He'd been on the disabled list. Carroll Hardy was put on the disabled list after suffering an attack of appendicitis. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kubek. 1 run in the 6th inning, 4-1 New York. Simpson on second and Berra on first. Don Peresi to the stretch. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit foul, back of third, out of play. Two strikes. Peresi's pitch
2-2. A 2-2 count. Into the stretch once more. Here's the pitch to Kubek. Swung on, hit back to the box. Baresi throws to Harrow for one. Back to first, double play. And the side's retired. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. And the score at the end of 5.5 innings of play. The Yankees 4, the Indians 1.
Valentine beer is a crisp refresher. And we will tell you why. To be crisp, a beer must be icily light. Icily light, icily light. Smooth and delicious, precisely right. Precisely right, precisely right. Lively golden, crystally clear. The crisp refresher, the crisp refresher. Valentine, Valentine beer. Hey, get your copia. Hey. Valentine. Hey, get your Coca-Cola, get your ice-cold Valentine beer.
Tell you one thing, those boys really sing the story well. And what do you look for in a glass of beer? For smooth and delicious taste, the crisp refreshment? Well, friends, that's precisely what you get in every single glass of Valentine beer. It's the crisp refresher. Half of the 6th inning. Chico Carrascal, Rocky Colavito, and Roger Maris, first 3 men up. 6, 7, 8 positions in the order. Bob Lemon and Bob Kelly continue to warm up, so there's always the possibility of a pinch hitter for Baresi, who is 4th up in this inning if somebody gets bored. Will be home on Friday for the holiday doubleheader. After that, a 2-game visit to Boston and back to New York to open a stand against the West starting Monday night, a makeup game of the Chicago White Sox. Monday night, June 2nd. Tuesday night, June 3rd. Wednesday afternoon, June 4th, and a doubleheader, June 5th for the White Sox. A doubleheader with these Indians a week from today, or 2 weeks from today, rather, at the stadium. Ford pitching now to Carrascal. Fastball is high, ball 1. Whitey to the windup, delivers. Curveball, and it's a little high, ball 2. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch to the right-hand hitter. Carrascal takes high and away, ball 3. Whitey's been laboring out there today. His 3-0 pitch. It's inside, ball 4. And Carrascal walks. Now Rocky Colavito moves up to the plate. Struck out and grounded to second. Third walk issued by Ford. He's been having trouble ever since the 3rd inning. The pitch over the inside corner, strike 1. Although he's only given up 1 run and 5 hits, he's been in frequent trouble. Check to the runner. The pitch inside, ball 1, 1-1. And now the Yankee bullpen gets called. And Ryan Duran gets up. Whitey delivers. Swung on. There's a drive in the center. Mantle going over and makes the catch in left center. A high liner. 1 down. Roger Maris comes to bat. Grounded to short and walked. Left-hand hitter. dugout, slams the water cooler. Last of the sixth, Yanks 4, Indians 1. Carrascal moves off first. The pitch to Maris, curveball over, strike one. Casey's got Elston Howard playing way over to the right field line. Mantle into right center. Simpson almost straight away left, leaving a big gap in left center. Whitey pitches. Maris takes fastball outside, and the count's 1-1. One ball, one strike. To the stretch. Carrascal leading away, and the pitch. Curveball way outside, ball 2. 2-1. Whitey's been behind a lot of these batters, which in itself is proof he's not on his game, because when he's sharp, as most pitchers are, they stay ahead of those hitters. Here's the delivery. Swung on and grounded foul over toward the Indians' dugout. 2-2 now. Van leaned over to try to get the ball. It hit just below his hand, and he missed it as it ricocheted back to the playing field. Two balls, two strikes. Whitey into the stretch, then steps off the rubber. Maris steps out for a moment. Now he's back in. Whitey is back on, and Carrascal's back off at first. The stretch by Ford. Looked over at Carrascal. The pitch is swung on. A high fly ball to right. Elston Howard's under it and makes the catch. Carrascal retreating to first. 2 down, and Don Feresi is the scheduled batter. Lemon and Kelly still warming up in the bullpen. And Mickey Vernon is going to come up to hit for Don Feresi. Vernon's batting .371. 40-year-old Mickey Vernon, an outstanding performer through the years. Ford's pitch. Curveball is over, strike one. Billy Harrell, the leadoff man on deck. It's the last of the sixth inning. 4-1 New York. Carrascal moves off first. Ford delivers, and Vernon swings and fouls it to the left of the plate, out of play. Strike two. He's trying to punch that one to the opposite field. Duran continues to loosen up for New York. Either Bob Lemon or Bob Kelly will be coming on. Here's a pitch, and it's in there for call strike 3. Curveball. Retiring the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on at the end of 6 innings. The Yankees, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 8 left on. Cleveland, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error, and 8 men left on. And Bob Lemon, already getting a hand, gets into the automobile that swings around from beyond the right field fence where the Indian bullpen is located. And he'll be coming in to pitch. He's just reinstated after being put on the disabled list, and he'll get a hand. Bob Lemon, listen. Out of the car walking the mound, and the fans continue applauding. A great ball player. losses this year, a record of 0-1, worked only 3 1/3 innings. He had his arm operated on last winter, and it acted up on him, and he was put on the disabled list. Just reinstated yesterday with Carroll Hardy being taken off the roster with an appendectomy. So Bob Lemon's coming on. 6 foot, 190-pound, 38-year-old right-hander. Not quite 38. Will be in a couple of months. Bob last year had a 6-11 record. Developing that sore arm. He has a lifetime record of 207 wins and 128 losses. Seven times he was a 20-game winner. He started pitching for the Indians in 1946. One of the all-time greats in my book. First man he faces, Mickey Mantle. First of the 7th. The pitch. Swung on, supply ball hit the left. Minoso getting back for it. Right near the fence and makes the catch. One away in the 7th. Mantle, 1 for 4. Gil McDougall has walked 3 times. Round comes the right arm. The pitch is inside. Ball 1. The Indians are wearing pinstripe uniforms this year, a la the Yankees. They used to always have just plain white. Now the delivery. It's over there for a strike. 1-1. The next pitch. Over. Strike 2. 1-2. Got a fastball over the inside corner. Don Ferresi worked 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 2, gave up 1 run. Ray Narleski, who started, worked the first 4 innings. Next pitch to Gill, swung on and popped up toward third. Carrascal moves in on the infield grass, makes the catch, 2 down. Now to the plate comes Jerry Lumpy, who grounded to second, lined to left, and flied to center. Lemon has a good sinker in his repertoire of pitches, which include, of course, good fastball and curve and slider. Lemon's pitch to Lumpy is bunted at and missed. Strike 1. 4-1 New York, 7th inning. Johnny Cooks and Dick Tomanek are the pitchers for the second game. Lemon's 1 strike offering. It's over. Strike 2. 0-2. Strike pitch. Gets low outside. 1-2. Ball gets away from Dick Brown. Pitch on its way to the left-hand hitter. It's low inside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. comes the right arm, the pitch, and Lumpy takes it just outside. Ball 3, 3-2. A full count on Jerry. Studies the sign given to him by Dick Brown. He's ready as the windup. The payoff pitch swung on him, missed, strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And the score at the end of 6 1/2 innings, the Yankees 4 and the Indians 1. And Lemon gets a hand. He comes in after being reinstated from the disabled list and pitches a fine inning. You know, for over 300 years, your neighborhood tavern has been known as the place of good fellowship. And May is National Tavern Month. Yes, sir, your taverns are a great place to meet old friends and win new ones. You ought to stop in and see just what we mean. You'll find good conversation, a few laughs, and, of course, plenty of that crisp refresher, Valentine beer. Brother, if you want the tops in refreshment, crisp refreshment, then you want Valentine beer. Valentine is icily light, smooth, and downright delicious as a beer can be. Really refreshes you. Now, how about it, friends? Stop in at your friendly tavern during National Tavern Month, and while you're there, make that good old 3-ring sign. Ask the man for Valentine. Valentine beer, the crisp refresher. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
All Yankee baseball games are brought to you by Valentine Beer and Ale and Atlantic Gasoline, exclusively in the Capital District over WOKO, 1460 on the dial, Albany's first station.
Jimmy Harold was hit by a pitch ball, single to center, and walked. 4-1 New York, last of the 7th. Whitey Ford's pitch is high and inside, ball 1. Strikes. And the delivery. It's in there. Strike 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ford to the windup. In comes the pitch. Swung on line to third. Hot liner, head high. Jerry Lumpy grabbed it. Bobby Avila flied to right, struck out and singled to right. He's had 1 out of 3. Minnie Minoso on deck. Ford into the windup, and the pitch is curved, swung on, and fouled off over toward the Yankee dugout. Bobby's a one-time American League batting champion. Veracruz, Mexico. The 1-strike pitch. It's inside, ball 1. Avila's wearing a golfer's glove on his left hand. A little tender. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, it's a high drive to left. Simpson getting back near the barrier and makes the catch about 5 feet from the fence. 2 men away in the last of the 7th. Now coming up is Minnie Minoso. Grounded to short, single to left, and popped to third. Close to the plate, the front foot, left foot, pulled away. Half faces the pitcher head on. The delivery is high outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Whitey to the windup, and the pitch on its way. Curve is in there, strike 1, slow curve. 1 strike. right-hand hitter. Curve in tight. Ball 2. He started to swing and held up. Whitey broke the curveball in on the fist of the hitter. 2-1 the count on Minoso. Leans over that plate in a bit of a crouch. And the 2-1 pitch. Fastball hit to the box. Whitey grabs it on a hop, throws on over to Throneberry, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 7 innings of play, the Yankees lead 4-1. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors to 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. As refreshing as a cool breeze on a hot summer day, that's the crisp refresher, Valentine beer. Enjoy some along with the game. Valentine beer is icily light, smooth, and delicious, precisely right. Phil will be on in to finish up the game for you as we switch back to TV. In the meantime, Joe Ripley will run down the scores for you.
Okay, Mel. The batteries in the game between Baltimore and Kansas City. Going for Baltimore and Garber for Kansas City. First of 2, Boston and Chicago. At the end of 3 full innings, Boston 3, Chicago 1. Bauman for Boston. Second with 2 on. A doubleheader between Washington and Detroit. First game at the end of 2 1/2. Washington 2, Detroit nothing. Kemmerer against Bunning. Blues home run for Washington in the 3rd. In the National League, St. Louis and Cincinnati playing 2 games. First game at the end of 4 1/2 innings. St. Louis 4, Cincinnati 1. Brosnan for St. Louis. Rabe started for Cincinnati, relieved by Acker in the 4th. Chicago and Milwaukee playing a doubleheader. At the end of 4 full innings, the first game, Chicago 1, Milwaukee 0. Phillips against Trowbridge. Los Angeles and Philadelphia rained out. San Francisco defeated Pittsburgh first of 2, 5, 15-3. Pittsburgh 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Here's the pitch and Phil.
Nelson Howard hits the first pitch to shortstop to throw to first in time for the out. 1 away as Ellie Howard is now 0 for 4 on the day. Yeah, Joe, you got something else?
I just want to say that Gomez was the winning pitcher and Law the losing pitcher in the first game, San Francisco.
Okay, Joe. Here's Marv Throneberry, who was 1 for 2, struck out, single to right and walked. Bob Lemon on the mound. The fastball is on the outside corner, strike 1. Bob Lemon, who received such a thunderous ovation on his first start since being on the disabled list. Curveball is low inside, ball 1, 1-1. Lemon is one of the top pitchers in the big leagues. Broke in as an infielder outfielder. Wilbur Joe switched him over to pitching. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curve low inside, ball 2, 2-1. Well, Lemon is right, which means when he's got his good stuff, he's as tough to hit as anybody in the big leagues. Never gives you the same pitch twice. Ball's always doing something, never a straight ball. Curves, sliders, sinkers, knuckleballs, change of paces. The 2-1 pitch is just outside low, ball 3, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch is outside, ball 4. He lost him. Down to first base goes Marv Throneberry. And coming to the bat, Whitey Ford. Whitey struck out in the 2nd inning, singled to left field in the 4th. And reached on an error by the shortstop in the 6th inning. 1 for 3. And with 1 away, the Indian infield looking for the bunt. This is the 3rd time that Whitey is up with a bunt situation in order. He does that same play and singles to center field. Exactly the same play as he pulled in the the fourth inning when he squared around as though to bunt and then turned around and just punched the ball into center field. The first hit off Bob Lemon. And, man, Whitey Ford has got that play down perfectly. He squares around as though to bunt. As the pitch comes in, he just steps back and punches at the ball, not hard. And so the Yankees have runners at first and second. One away in the batter, Harry Simpson. Harry's 1 for 3. Bounced out short to first, walk, struck out, single to left. First pitch is low outside, ball 1. Man, that Whitey will have plenty to talk about tonight. And on that ride to Kansas City. Stretch and the pitch to Simpson, low inside, ball 2, 2-0. Those pitchers like to get their base hits. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 away here in the top of the 8th. The Yankees lead 4-1. Foul at the plate. Strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. Stretches. The 2-1 pitch is fouled back out of play. Strike 2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Another big game coming up after this one. Sean Berry leading off second base, Ford at first. 2-2 the count on Simpson. Here's the stretch by Bob Lemon. And the pitch is low in the dirt, ball 3, 3-2 as Bob tried to get that sinker down around his knees. Simpson. Lemon stretches, gets the sign. The pitch is... And to run from first to home might have tired him out. And any time a pitcher gets tired running the bases, it shows in the next inning. His control isn't quite as good, and his fastball isn't quite as fast, and as a result, he could be hit pretty hard. Well, Crescetti very wisely held them up, and now they're going to walk Yogi Berra to load the bases and pitch to Tony Kubek. Bob Lemon giving an intentional pass to Yogi Berra, and Yogi's had himself quite a first game here. He singled to deep short, fly to right, home it over the right field wall, and then lined a single into right field. 3 for 4 on the day. And there's ball 4. Yogi gets an intentional pass. And it brings up Tony Kubek. Goes 1 for 4, fly to center, beat out a bunt, fly to left, and hit into a double play. The base is loaded here in the top of the 8th. First pitch by Bob Lemon is low outside, ball 1. Bob Kelly gets up in the Indian bullpen. The windup and the pitch to Kubek is a slow ground ball to second base. A run will score, but Kubek is out at first base. And Tony gets himself an RBI. And it's now a 6-1 ball game as Whitey Ford comes across the score. And here's Mickey Mantle. And now let's see if they're going to walk Mantle to pitch to McDougal. Dick Brown is looking in towards the Cleveland dugout to see what they're going to do. And they're putting him on. They're going to put Mantle on. Mickey says he doesn't need the helmet, but he's got a bat up there with the helmet. Ed Hurley is telling Mickey that he's got to put the helmet on. Mickey saw the sign to pass him intentionally, so he said to Ed, he threw the helmet away and told Hurley that as long as they weren't going to pitch to him, he didn't need the helmet, but the rules say that you have to wear the helmet when you're at bat. And now Ralph Houck has had the helmet on down at first base. You see what the batters do when they get to first base. When they get to first base, they take the helmet off. They wear it right over their regular cap and throw it to Ralph Houck coaching. Then Ralph puts it on his head to save time. And now we're ready to go. And they're walking Mickey intentionally. Fans are booing. Of course, they want to see Mantle hit, but the strategy of the ball game is to walk Mantle with the base open and pitch to the next batter, who is a right-hand hitter, Gil McDougal, where the percentage of a right-hand pitcher getting a right-hand batter out is greater than of getting a left-hand hitter out. There's ball 4. Mickey walks. And here's Gil McDougal. Gil has walked 3 times and popped to third. 0 for 1. Top of the 8th. The Yankees lead 6-1. The windup. Pitch to McDougal is a curve outside ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Gill. A foul back out of play. Strike 1, 1-1. Lemon has walked 3 men in this inning, 2 of them intentionally. He walked Berra to load the bases, and then Mantle to walk the bases. To load the bases. One ball, 1 strike on McDougal. Pitch is a curve low outside, ball 2, 2-1. One strike and 2 out. Frank Crusetti coaching at third. Ralph Houck over at first. Lemon winds up. The pitch is outside ball 3, 3-1. Lemon ready now. The 3-1 pitch. A line drive to right field. Rocky Calavito over under it. Takes it for out number 3. And so for the Yankees in the top of the 8th. 2 runs on 2 base hits. No Indian errors and 3 men left on base. And the score at the end of 7.5 innings. The Yankees 6 and the Indians 1. And now here's a song about Ballantine beer, the crisp refresher.
To be crisp, a beer must be icily light, smooth and delicious, precisely right, lively, golden, crisply clear, the crisp refresher, the crisp refresher, Ballantine beer. Hey, get Chicovia. Hey,
Municipal Stadium for the last half of the 7th inning. The Yankees are leading the ball game 6-1. Whitey Ford all the way for the Yankees. The Indians have 3 pitches so far. Ray Narleski started, Don Ferresi, and Bob Lemon. And here's Preston Ward, the first baseman, who's 0 for 3. Popped it short, bounced out to second base, and struck out. The first pitch is a fastball, strike 1 on the outside corner. 1-0 pitch is a curved swing and a missed strike 2. Bob Kelly continues to warm up in the Indian bullpen because Bob Lemon is making his first appearance since being put on the disabled list, and they might let Bob go with that 2-inning job to sort of strengthen his arm, maybe not give him too much work the first time out. 1-1 pitch is hit in the right field, a base hit. It looked like he was fooled on the curve, just struck his bat out and sent a liner between first and second out to right field. That's hit number 6 for the Indians, and here's Dick Brown, the catcher, who popped a second single to center to drive in the only run for the Indians so far and popped to third base. Rather, he hit a grounder to third, and Lumpy grabbed it and stepped on third to the unassisted force play. Fastball, a ground ball is short. Kubek to McDougal. To Thornberry, he's safe as McDougal's throw pulled him off the bag. Tony Kubek almost took that double play himself, and he could have. He was that close to second base. At the last second, decided to flip it to McDougal. Mac's throw to first base was a little high, pulled Thornberry off the bag, so it's a force play. 6-4. And here's Chico Carrasquel. Chico's 1 for 2. Popped to third, single, and walk. Curve is high outside, ball 1. Stretches. Fastball is hit on the line in left center field. Mantle over, Howard over, and Mantle makes the grab over his shoulder. That was Mantle and Simpson chasing that ball. Howard is out in right field. Mickey Mantle makes the grab in left center field. 2 away, and here's Rocky Colavito. Rocky struck out, bounced out second or first, and lined to Mantle in center field. The first pitch to Colavito outside, ball 1. Rocky Colavito, right-hand hitter. Ford stretches. Curve is hit in the air to short left center. Kubek back. Simpson in, and Simpson makes the grab. The Indians in the last of the 8th, no runs, 1 hit. No Yankee errors, 1 man left. The score at the end of 8 full innings, the Yankees 6 and the Indians 1. Take another look at the scoreboard in the American League. In a single game, Baltimore at Kansas City at the end of 1/2 inning of play. Baltimore 0, Kansas City at bat. Pappas against Garver. Boston leads Chicago 5-1 at the end of 4 in their first game. Bauman for Boston. Donovan started. Quarters in the 4th. Lepsio had a home in the 2nd with 2 on. Washington at Detroit tied 2-2 at the end of 4 1/2. Kemmer against Bunning. Blues a homer in the 3rd. In the National League, Cardinals lead Cincinnati 4-1 at the end of 5 1/2. Brosnan for St. Louis. Rabe started for Cincinnati. Acker in the 4th. Nucks hold in the 6th. Chicago leads Milwaukee 1-0 at the end of 5 1/2. Phillips against Trowbridge. Los Angeles at Philadelphia postponed because of rain. And the Giants defeated the Pirates in the first game for doubleheader 5-2. Gomez the winner. Schmidt in relief in the 8th. Law the loser. Blackburn in the 7th. Porterfield in the 8th. And they have another game to go. And starting pitchers, Monzant for the Giants. Radin for Pittsburgh. catchers coming in for Cleveland will pause for station identification.
WOKO 1460 on your dial. First in Albany. The Troy Buick Baseball Roundup follows the game.
Bob Kelly comes in to take over for Bob Lemon. On the year, he's won none and lost one, has no record against the Yankees. His first appearance against the Yankees. This is his 7th appearance of the year. He started 3 games. This will be his 4th relief appearance. So Bob Lemon, while he was in there, worked 2 full innings. He gave up 2 hits. Walked 3, 2 of them intentionally. He struck out 1 and allowed 2 runs. So Bob did very well. Bob Lemon, that is, not Bob Neal, on the mound. Very happy to see Bob Neal again. He's been on a diet, very slim. Didn't even recognize him. No, Pappy Durkin and I didn't recognize him as he walked in. Bob Kelly on the mound for the Cleveland Indians, pitching to Jerry Lumpy as we get ready to go here in the top of the 9th inning with the Yankees leading 6-1. Lumpy's 0 for 4, hits a ground ball to second base, off of Villa's leg into short right field, and Lumpy's safe at first base, and that'll be an error. An error charged to Bobby Avila. That was a hot shot, but right at Bobby, and he lifted his glove a little too soon and went underneath and hit him on the left leg, hopped into short right field. And that'll bring up Elston Howard, who was 0 for 4, popped to the catcher, bounced out short to first twice, and struck out. Preston Ward holding the bag against Jerry Lumpy. Here's the stretch by Bob Kelly. The pitch is a line drive to right field. Rocky Colavito going back under it and takes it for out number 1. One away as Howard hit a hard shot right at Colavito in right field. And that'll bring up Mark Throneberry, who's 1 for 2, struck out, single right, and walked twice. Scored 2 runs. Kelly on the mound has a real good palm ball. Palm ball is a pitch where you hold it with your little finger and your thumb and just let it slide out. It works a little like a knuckleball and change of pace. There it is, strike 1. That Throneberry ducking back on the pitch. Lumpy leads away. Fastball is in the dirt, ball 1, 1-1. Strike. Here's a stretch by Bob Kelly. There's a ground ball right out of Vila. Up with it. To Harrell for 1. Back to first. Double play. And for the Yankees in the top of the 9th, no runs, no hits, 1 Cleveland error, nobody left. The score at the end of 8.5 innings. The Yankees 6 and the Indians 1. Well, this is a beautiful day. Now we've got another ball game to go, so let's go to the lighter side of baseball. Here's one they tell about a well-known manager. When he was managing the Cleveland Indians, he showed up one day with a bad cold and kept his handkerchief pretty busy. Well, right from the start, every Cleveland Indian who reached first immediately tried to steal second. After a while, the manager was puzzled by this unusual display of larceny, until one of his coaches reminded him that his steal sign was the handkerchief and advised him to come up with a new signal until he got rid of that cold. Well, that was a dandy. But now for the lighter side of something else. Let's talk about Ballantine beer, the crisp refresher. Man, just lift a glass of Ballantine to your lips. So icily light, so smooth and delicious. Precisely right. And on top of that, it's lively golden, crystally clear. That's the crisp refresher Ballantine beer. So make the 3-ring sign and ask the man for Ballantine. Ballantine beer. And now the Indians are down to their last 3 outs if they want to stay in this ball game. The Yankees lead them by a score of 6-1 as we're playing the last of the ninth. Whitey Ford has gone all the way so far for the Yankees on the mound. He'll be facing Roger Maris. Maris is 0 for 2, bounced out short to first, walked and fly to right field. Left-hand hitter swings at a curve, doesn't get it, strike one. The one-strike pitch is taken high, ball 1, 1-1. And hear those cowbells in back of us. Cleveland fan who's got on an old black derby. Trying to get a rally started here some way. The 1-1 pitch, a slow curve on the inside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3. Roger Maris goes down on strikes. And with the pitcher, Kelly due next, Billy Moran comes down to pinch hit. Moran's batting .160. 13 for 81. He has 2 doubles and 4 runs batted in. A right-hand hitter. The first pitch to Moran is a fastball low, ball 1. Fastball is inside. Ball 2, 2-0. Strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch, a slow curve foul over by the Yankee dugout. 2-2 to count. On deck, Billy Harrell. Well, the bells are ringing. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3, 3-2. And Ryan Duran is up again in the Yankee bullpen. When he gets around that 8th and 9th inning, he's the man that Casey Stengel has been calling on more than anybody else. The payoff pitch. A fly ball to left field. Harry Simpson over near the line. Takes the ball in fair territory. Near the wall for out number 2. 2 away. And here's Billy Harrell, the leadoff man, who's been on base 3 times. Was hit by a pitch ball, single to center, walked, and then lined to third baseman Jerry Lumpy. And the Indians are down to their last out. First pitch to Harrell, high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is a ground ball to third. Lumpy up on a big hop. The throw to first. The ball game's over, and the Yankees win it by a score of 6-1. For the Indians in the last of the ninth, no runs, no hits, no Yankee errors, nobody left. That's all for the first game. For the Yankees, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 11 men left. For the Indians, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors, 9 men left. The winning pitcher, Whitey Ford, who went all the way. His record now 5 wins and 2 defeats. The loser, Ray Narleski, who started and went 4 innings. His record now 5 wins and 4 defeats.